Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, buckle up. You're about to enter the Danger Zone. And we kick things off with Savage Andre Stevens. Garrett Smith, welcome to the stream. Gerard, thank you for liking the stream and welcome. Welcome everyone to XFW Extreme Fantasy Wrestling Danger Zone, going live tonight on this Friday evening. And we kick things off with the former United States champion, professional boxer turned wrestler Savage Andre Stevens. We've got a lot of news coming out for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, including our main event. The World Heavyweight Champion Brian Blades will be in action. But right now, Joseph Alexander, the large Ukrainian, making his way out to the ring to challenge Savage Andre Stevens. I wonder all the time, where does one go to get a haircut like that done? Someone's watching too many Road Warrior videos back from the 1980s. As Joseph makes his walk up the steps to step between the ropes, as he will challenge Savage Andre Stevens tonight in our opening contest on the Danger Zone. We are 3 weeks away from WWE 2K22 going live. I cannot wait for that launch. XFW will be getting a big upgrade in the next few weeks, provided we have no other changes going on in the world of XFW. More on that down the road. Ladies and gentlemen, there's our opening bell. We are off and running. And Joseph Alexander coming in and taking out the knees already of Andre Stevens. COVID-related incidents, or so he says. Other folks have said he had issues with his green card and was deported for a few weeks, but right now looks pretty damn good inside the ring as Elutha is present, takes down Andre Stevens. Stevens back to his feet. Stevens looked like he's going for a leg tackle, but Joseph picking him up and tossing him across the ring. Big time slam. We've got a cover now, but a kick out by Stevens. There's the quick jabs and right cross now as Savage Andre Stevens using that former boxing life to lay in some shots, attacking the jaw and the abdomen. Look at the shots here repeatedly. Stevens looking like he's having a boxing match. Up over the top and a clubbing blow. Stevens was going to town with the rights, the lefts, the jabs, but Joseph shrugging it all off and now pinching the nerves of Savage Andre Stevens. He might be passing out. Stomped to the backs now by Joseph. Alexander going to hoist him up and flapjack down to the ring. Down to the canvas goes Stevens. We're going to get a cover, but Stevens gets the shoulder up. Nick Clark, thank you for liking the stream. Mr. Insomniac Gamer himself is in the house. And here we go again. Savage Andre Stevens laying in. Rights and lefts. But again, Joseph Alexander with a hellacious kick to the midsection. Drops him down from that brutal size 12 boot. And now repeated headshots. Playing pinball with the head of Stevens in the turnbuckle. This match has gotten very, very fast and fierce to start. Nick Clark, thank you for sharing the stream as well. Mr. Insomniac Gamer himself in the house. Thank you, Nick. We got to cover again with Stevens again. Managed to get the shoulder up. Marcus Lee, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to the Danger Zone. Stevens now with a clothesline. This match has gotten very quickly contested. Both men coming out of the gate very, very fast. Very, very on par tonight. Another headlock and another right hand now by Stevens. Stevens, belly back suplex. Stevens now back in control of this contest. Joseph finally slowed down by the assaults from Savage Andre Stevens. Left hook there. And another one. And a right hand sends Joseph Alexander down to the canvas. That could be a 10 count. We only need a 3. The shoulders are down. The Redneck BRG shows us a pre-ordered 22 2K22 Deluxe Edition, as did we, Redneck, hoping the glitches and all the bad content that was in 2K20 is gone. High hopes for 2K22 in 3 short weeks away. If you did pre-order, the game will drop 3 days early on March 8th. Knee strike there by Stevens. And again, abdominal shots and a big-time uppercut from Savage Andre Stevens. Joseph Alexander hurt there. Goes for a kick. The leg gets caught. A big-time clothesline from Joseph. Wow. Joseph Alexander, that big, massive frame, getting outside the ring pretty quick. Savage Andre Stevens rolling out to avoid a pin attempt. And Joseph hit the concrete before Andre did. And again, the right cross. This time right in the breadbasket. Off the barricade now goes Big Joseph. Savage gonna pick him up and drop him head first across that barricade. This is the first time these two have met inside an XFW ring, and they are taking each other to the extreme tonight. Joseph again, front face lock. Savage Stevens turns it his own and delivers a DDT. Now he's telling Joseph to get back up. And the pop-up right hand from Savage Andre Stevens. That may be it. We've got a cover. Stevens pulls off the victory after a big right hand. Joseph Alexander came out the gate brutalizing. Savage Andre Stevens countering time after time, absorbing all the shots, but Stevens wearing the big man down. Brian Garrett, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to the Danger Zone. Stevens right here with this DDT, which lined up the pop-up right cross. Brian, thank you for sharing the stream. Savage Andre Stevens victorious tonight on Danger Zone in our opening contest. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XFW. This is the Danger Zone. Now, folks, we've got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. I'm going to fix my green screen, which is not properly set there. There we go. That'll make me insane all night long. And folks, later tonight, our main event will feature the World Heavyweight Champion, Brian Blaze, in one-on-one action, going up against Mark Collins, the only man in XFW to hold 2 championships at the same time. But, folks, first we're going to cover a rumor that started earlier today in the XFW locker room. There is word going around that XFW is soon going to have a new owner. You heard that first here. Now, again, this is speculation. This is rumor. This is word of mouth. Backstage, somehow, someone overheard executives talking that XFW may, in fact, be up for sale. Now, I don't know if this is any true. I don't know if there's any solid evidence to this. We do know our former and biggest sponsor, Yamamoto Industries, has decided to part ways with XFW. Now, we will still have the Yamamoto Bluetooth device that all our wrestlers have. That is in there. We will continue to support that, which gives you guys the heads-up display in the bottom of the screen to keep you closer to the action. But Yamamoto stepping away and focusing more on the prosthetics for disabled folks and doing the robotics technology. We'll still have some of their ads running on our programming to the end of their contract. But I don't know if that has anything to do with the sale of XFW. We don't know, folks. And again, I think this is the Tendra Rawat is now following. Thank you very much for becoming a fan of XFW here at Bloodsword6 Streaming. Now, again, folks, I don't know how much there is to this rumor. I don't know if it's what this will mean for XFW down the road. Brian, I'm sorry I missed this comment. How have you been? I pre-ordered 2K22 as well. So far, it looks outstanding, and I hope XFW can continue. Again, we're covering the fact that XFW may be up for sale. We don't know what that means for XFW, if we'll be able to keep broadcasting, if we're going to get sold off. We don't know, folks. Again, this is rumor and speculation. This started in the locker room. We're going to get as much as we can on this. I've been trying to get Dirk Webb on the phone for weeks now. We missed Dirk Webb here at XFW, trying to get his segment back on our programming. And usually Dirk Webb has some kind of inside information on that, folks. We'll find out more. But right now, we're going to turn down to ringside while XFW is still running hot. And right now, a rivalry that has been spanning several months now. Bad Boy Marshall Sweet again colliding with none other than Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott next on XFW Danger Zone. Gil Guerrero Jr., welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us as here comes Bad Boy Marshall Sweet making his way down. Gil, thank you for sharing as well. Bad Boy Marshall Sweet has been having some massive issues with the industry. Himself, Rick Osborne, and Sean Owens have been the targets of the industry over the better part of a month. The six-man had a big clash at XFW sudden death, which got interrupted by, well, 2K20's game crashes. Gil, things are going pretty well. Thank you for asking. Hopefully everything is good on your end as well. Again, thank you for stopping by, one of our friends over at TKWA. TKWA's Battle Mania 2 just around the corner. Make sure you follow TKWA on Facebook Gaming, Twitch. And right now, here comes Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott.
Weighing in at 225 pounds, Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott.
These two have been colliding week in and week out, exchanging victories back and forth, rubbing each other's noses as much as humanly possible. There's been a lot of rivalries, ladies and gentlemen, in XFW, but none have stemmed as much as these two and seem to keep dragging on. And quite frankly, none have been so evenly matched as these two opponents right here. And here we go again. Aiden Scott with a snapmare now, taking Bad Boy Marshall Sweet over, Sweet being right back to his feet and going right back at it. Here we go, already an exchange back and forth between these guys, and a crippling drop kick there by Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott. Sweet out of the way, Sweet up and over, guillotine leg drop to the back of the skull, and a cover now already quickly by Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. But Mr. Amazing gets the shoulder up. Sweet now going to work. Before I can even finish my sentence, the quickness, the agility. Nathan Jaklowski, thank you for liking the stream and welcome to XFW. Mr. Amazing now lighting up. Sweet in the corner. Knife edge chops, right hands. Nathan Jaklowski, thank you for also sharing our stream as Aiden Scott now starts laying in some heavy damage to Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. Again, these two have gone to hell and high water, back and forth. Face first goes Sweet in a brutal reverse Falcon Arrow. Now he's trying to twist off the head of Sweet like he's a Tylenol cap. This all stemming from audiences trying to decide who is actually quicker in the ring, Scott or Bad Boy Marshall Sweet, as Mr. Amazing has been stated on the record as being the fastest competitor inside the ropes of XFW. Bad Boy Marshall Sweet taking a little bit of a insult to that, thinking he is one of the fastest in XFW. But quite frankly, folks, both these guys are so evenly matched. It is disgusting how similar these two guys are inside the ring as far as technical degree, strength, stamina, agility, you name it. These guys are almost on par, 100%. Brutal enziguri to the head by Sweet, just leveled down. Amazing. We've got a cover. Scott staying resilient, getting that shoulder up. Brianna Petty, thank you for liking the stream and welcome to XFW Danger Zone. Kick to the earth thigh now by Scott. Transitions to a front. Whoa! From the front face lock, kick right to the face. Hooks him up. Ew! Gutbuster. Driving the knees into the sternum of Bad Boy Marshall Sweet, and the super kick. Standing shooting star press. Sweet just got leveled. We've got a cover. Richard Freeman, thank you for liking the stream. Bad boy Marshall Sweet now in a bad way. He's getting turned inside out by Mr. Amazing. Hard impact now into the turnbuckle. Sweet staving off the right hand, fires one of his own. Kicks down to the thighs. Knee strike right to below the chin. And Sweet into a DDT. Sweet exploding with adrenaline, turning the tables on Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott. And now a combination, a flurry of blows. Right hands, left hands. Scott again with a counter. And again, back and forth action from these two. Neither one of these guys knows the word quit. And Sweet again, launching an attack. Goes for a super kick, Scott with the counter. Elbow shot right to the face there by Sweet. Sweet gonna hook him up. DDT! Cradle DDT! Sweet taking down Scott. 2! Almost a 3 count. Almost a 3. Richard Freeman, we don't know if we're gonna do a watch party. We may actually team up with our friends of Insiders Wrestling Broadcast to do that, since WWE actually tried to shut us down again when we did our Royal Rumble watch party. So stay tuned for that. If we do that watch along, we will share that live stream on our channel. So stay tuned for that. You see the Outsiders logo on our ring. We'll have more on that down the road. Right now, Bad Boy Marshall Sweet back in control of this matchup. Jumping up neckbreaker by Sweet, who's now trying to get this capacity crowd behind him. I don't think he's got to worry about that. Sweet has been a fan favorite in XFW since almost day one, captivating the audience with his outstanding in-ring abilities. But right now, Aiden Scott going to dump him up all the way outside to the arena floor and then telling him no. Both men now back on the outside, but again, the quickness, the speed of Bad Boy Marshall Sweet comes through. Elbows now, close impact hard, using the hardest part of the arm to collide with the jaw and a single leg takedown. Is Elimination Chamber already tomorrow? Wow, I've already forgot that it was that close in. We're going to have to reach out to our friends to see if they're doing one tomorrow. I have lost track of time as of late. I've been working way too much. Right now, Bad Boy Marshall Sweet all the way to the top. Sweet off the top. Oh, the knees come up. Amazing gets the knees up. And again, wow, look at this. Mr. Amazing stealing his shots. But Sweet turns the tables. Bad Boy Marshall Sweet was on the receiving end of his own attacks with the elbows. And now again the DDT. Sweet now using all that energy, can't get back to his feet. Slow to move. Sweet now back up. Kick to the midsection. And again the DDT. Wrapping the legs around the body. We've got a cover. And somehow again, Mr. Amazing defying the odds. Gets the shoulders up. Kick to the midsection now by Scott. Scott goes the Hurricanrana. Mr. Amazing calling his shot here. Pointing the finger. Here he comes. Across the top of the skull. Nailed Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. We've got a cover. And Sweet gets the shoulder up. Unbelievable. And again, the attacks now by Mr. Amazing, stealing a play out of the book of Bad Boy Marshall Sweet, those close compact elbows. And again, the insult to injury. And Sweet again collides. Both men back up. Sweet into a cutter. Sweet into a cutter. We've got a cover again. Sweet with the victory. Bad Boy Marshall Sweet the victory. Looks like he's damn near dead on his feet. These two continue to raise the bar each and every match. At what point are they going to turn the tide, walk away, let bygones be bygones, and continue on their careers before they let this rivalry go?
Here is your winner, Bad Boy
Unbelievable.
Sweet.
Sweet with the victory tonight on Danger Zone. TKWA, thank you for liking the stream and welcome to the Danger Zone. We were just talking about our friends over at TKWA, their Battle Mania 2 coming right around the corner. Chris Fair, thank you for liking our stream. Folks, make sure you get over to Facebook, TKWA, and hit that like and follow button so you do not miss Battle Mania 2. There will be a Battle Royal over-the-top elimination matchup. The winner will get a challenge. Showtime Shane Black for the TKWA World Heavyweight Championship. And the interesting part is Showtime Shane Black will, in fact, be inside that matchup, folks. If Black wins, he'll get to pick his opponent that will challenge him for the TKWA World Heavyweight title. Check that out. Make sure you give TKWA, our fellow promotion, a like and a follow on Facebook streaming or over on Twitch. You will not be sorry. You'll be very satisfied with the TKW brand of professional wrestling. Now, to answer the question of Derek Smith and Richard Freeman, I totally forgot. Elimination Chamber is actually tomorrow night. I've been so into AEW as of late. I've watched very, very little of WWE television. And it's sad. A lot of times I get so disheartened by the writing of WWE. It takes me out of it a little bit. But I'm going to reach out to my buddy Joe to see if they're doing a watch-along tomorrow night. Chris Fair, thank you for sending 100 stars. Appreciate that. Sir, thank you very much. As I said, the only reason I may not do Joseph Skuldra Knight, Shane Black can pick the GM if he wants. You know, I know Showtime Shane Black and the GM have had a battle in the past that didn't go so well for the GM. I think that was before he was a GM. But all cards are on the table for the winner of that TKWA Battle Royal. I'm very interested to watch. I will be tuning into that to see XFW represented in TKWA, folks. So make sure you hit that button. But as I was saying, for the folks asking for doing a watch-along tomorrow night, I don't know if I'll be doing it. When we did our Royal Rumble watch-along, the WWE tried to shut down our stream again, even though we played none of their video, none of their sounds. They still came after us. Luckily, I hit the contest button, and we won that battle. But these guys right over here, the Outsiders Wrestling Podcast, we may join those guys for their live watch-along. I'll reach out to them and find out. If we don't do that with them, Saturday Night Showdown will continue as its regular scheduled time, so stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night. Right now, we're heading down to ringside for women's action as the I almost said TKWA Wrestling Women's Champion, the XFW Women's Champion, Miss Kitty Lane in action next against Christy Madison. Let's head down to ringside. I've got TKWA on the brain as of late. Here comes Christy Madison.
Scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring.
Christy Madison
Oklahoma,
using those massive thighs to get a number of victories. This young lady has very, very quickly come so close to winning the Women's Championship on a number of times. Joseph Skuldra Knight sells puppies. I read that and I hear Jerry the King Lawler's voice every time I see that word in caps. Puppies! Oh, EC is tomorrow at noon. I am so out of... Wow, at noon. Really? Peacock really changing up these pay-per-view times. Then I definitely know I won't be able to see it until do it tomorrow at noon, as I'll be at the movies with my wife, seeing Uncharted. While we're speaking of puppies, ladies and gentlemen, the XFW Women's Champion, Miss Kitty Lane. All the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. As if she needed anything else to sparkle on her way down to the ring, Miss Kitty Lane. I got caught a few weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa! Watching some old footage of Kitty Lane's old, let's say, job. Her exotic dancing routine, and I got caught in the locker room, and I was chastised by some of the XFW brass for bringing that up, even though Kitty Lane's the one that sent me the damn link with a couple kitty emojis saying, enjoy, enjoy, and quite frankly, I did. Justin Jones, thank you for liking the stream. I did not know it was in Saudi Arabia. Thank you guys for that heads up. These two ladies now slugging away inside the ring. Kicks and punches flying. Up on the shoulders now. Christy Madison dumping the women's champion face first in the turnbuckle. Front face lock now. Oh, drive. I thought she'd go for a snapmare. Drove her into the knee. Wow. Now working the arm. Kitty Lane fires back on the right hand. Did you hear that impact? Right across the jaw. You heard that smack from that right hand from Kitty Lane. High now by Kitty. Nice drop down with a little momentum. Hoists her up. Takes her over. Suplex. Almost exploder style. We've got a cover. No leg hooked. Rookie mistake there by the champion. Not hooking a leg possibly. Could have got a 3 count. From that intense belly-to-belly suplex. Whoop, open top. Lane holds on. And right hand, Kitty Lane, or Christy Madison going to help her down to the outside arena. Again, later on tonight, folks, our main event will feature Brian Blaze, the XFW World Heavyweight Champion, in action against Mark Collins. Mark Collins, the only man in XFW history to hold 2 titles at the same time. The XFW Internet Championship and the United States Championship, both around his waist at one time. No other star has ever done that here in XFW. Up and down. Again, Christy Madison dumping the champion into the turnbuckle, showing off those powerful legs. The former women's world bodylifter. But right now, Kitty Lane gonna hoist her up. Teardrop suplex. Kitty Lane doing some damage there. Lane now backing across the ring, charging in, and a spear. Look at this, back handspring and another spear. Kitty Lane showing off her own athleticism and driving some hard impact, and here we go. Kitty Lane doing some of those dance moves from her former career. I never get tired of seeing that. She can do that for an hour. I would watch that for an hour. Both ladies with the same idea, going high, 4 feet connecting, and now circling each other, trying to wear off those cobwebs. Big right hand now from the champion. Big right hand from the champion. Drop kick countered. 2 feet to the chest. You gotta watch you don't pop the puppies. Lane now back up. Christy Madison gonna catch her over, snap suplex. Madison is so powerful, so domineering some days in the matchup. Gonna hoist her up. Oh, go for a spine buster. Kitty Lane quickly countering into a DDT, but a kick out. Christy Madison, so damn tough inside the ring. Both ladies now in the turnbuckle. Madison gonna throw her out. Madison going in the middle rope. High cross body, perfectly executed. All impact, no cover. And now standing over Kitty Lane. Madison waiting for an opportunity, waiting for her spot. Scoops her up. Kitty Lane dodging out of the way, clubbing blow across the back. Hoisting her up, drops her down. Kitty Lane, electric chair drop. Watch this counter, putting her all the way on the shoulders. Is Kitty Lane. Boom, head first, and down to a leg drop. Off the ropes, a second leg drop. And the women's champion, I love to watch her twerk. I'm sorry, back to the ring action in hand. I'm stuttering just watching her money maker do what it's supposed to do. Sorry, folks, getting a little distracted. Back to the action. Kitty Lane, single arm DDT. Down goes Christy Madison. Again, the women's champion now in control of this matchup. Kitty Lane now kick to the midsection. Building momentum. Flying Kitty. Flying kick to the back of the skull of Madison. Mike Ventura out of position. But the 3 count still happening. The women's champion victorious tonight. Kitty Lane victorious tonight on XFW Danger Zone. Christy Madison came close on several occasions to knocking off the women's champ. But Lane, reaching deep down, turning the tables, hitting the flying kitty, and gets the 3 count. That could have been a damn 5 count. Mike Ventura was way out of position for that count. I think he was just as distracted refereeing this match as I was calling this match by that young lady right there, Miss Kitty Lane. I just like watching her stand in one spot. I don't care if she moves or not. Women's champion victorious tonight on the Danger Zone. Now, folks, again, covering a rumor that we heard earlier today in the XFW locker room. XFW may, in fact, be up for sale. Now, again, this is speculation. This is someone overheard a conversation who overheard a conversation from somebody's brother's, father's, sister's, cousin's roommate. I'm not sure exactly how you want to take this with a grain of salt or what. The only solid information we have is Yamamoto Industries, one of our biggest sponsors, is not going to renew their contract with XFW. Now, that is nothing to freak out about. Yamamoto Industries has been here with XFW for a long, long time, but they're just taking a different career path. They're going for other sponsors, getting other people tied in. That is not a big deal. However, there has been rumors that some of the CEOs of XFW on our board of directors may be stepping away as well. That could have something to do with it. But again, I've heard no solid evidence that this is in fact taking place. Michael Webster, thank you for liking, streaming, and welcome to XFW Danger Zone. Again, folks, we're talking a little bit about a shift in the operations here in XFW. Possibly a new CEO. Larry, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to the Danger Zone. And again, folks, this is all speculation. I sent about a dozen text messages out to Dirk Webb to see if he has any information, see what he heard, see what he can find out about XFW in the future. Now, XFW does very well, so I'm assuming if by chance we do get new owners, folks, we'll get something sent out very quickly. And I'm sure XFW will continue on. At least I hope it does. I really don't want to do anything else. This is what I like to do. I like being here behind the screen, behind the microphone, calling the action for you guys. And right now, talking about calling action, we're going to head down to ringside as 2 rival tag teams, the Anarchists and the Thunderbolts, collide once again on XFW Danger Zone. And here come the Anarchists, Crom Ferguson and Angus Hayes. These 2 very unorthodox competitors held on to the XFW Tag Team Championships for one of the longest reigns in recent history.
At a combined weight of 526 pounds.
And as of late have been locked in a rivalry with the Thunderbolts as both teams battle for #1 contendership spot to face the White Dragons on March 6th, our next premium live event here at XFW. That will be, I believe we're doing that on a Sunday. Let me double check that. That will be a Sunday, time to still be announced. Tyler Black, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. Angus Hayes, Crom Ferguson awaiting. The 2 men they've been locked in heated battle with the past 3 weeks in singles and tag team competition. Liger and Saturn, the Thunderbolts.
Weight of 440 pounds.
Both of these teams, former XFW Tag Team Champions, now looking to get themselves back in championship contendership. But first, they've got to end this bitter battle between these 2 teams and set their sights on the White Dragons, the now 8-time XFW Tag Team Champions. The last time these two teams met, the Anarchists got the victory. And then the week after that, singles competition with Cron Ferguson and Thunderbolt Liger. Ferguson won that one again. They've gone 2-up on the Thunderbolts as this match now gets underway. Angus Hayes in there, the wiry one, as they say of the... Oh! What a kick there by Liger, and quickly sends Angus Hayes toppling over the top rope to the outside arena floor. What a shot that was. Hayes quickly getting back inside the ring. Hayes now with an Irish whip, sending Liger reeling. Liger going to turn the tables quickly. Liger now picks him up, dumped him on the back of his skull. Doesn't want to leave on the canvas too more. Liger goes for that kick again. Hayes goes for his own and catches a spinning heel kick to the chin. This time Hayes going to take himself underneath the ropes. Liger there to give him a little helping hand. Liger hoists him up, and again Hayes dumped on the back of his skull on the ring apron. Hayes going to shove him back inside. Try to break the momentum Liger has been building. Hayes now, look at Hayes trying to rip the mask off. Trying to rip the mask off of Liger. Liger holding on for dear life there. Big right hand. Hayes now turning the tables. Liger going to the wrong corner, does not realize where he's at. Realizes where he is now as Ferguson comes in. Ferguson gonna take him down, belly to belly suplex. Ferguson now in the ring, the monster of the Anarchists, laying in heavy shots on the top of the skull of Thunderbolt Liger. Elbow shot in there by Liger. Irish Whip going to send him in home territory for the Thunderbolts. Tagging comes Saturn for the first time in this matchup. Both men going to send him in. One goes high, one goes low. What a shot there by the Thunderbolts. Taking down the big man. Senton, nobody home. Ferguson dodging out of the way. That double team maneuver is just there, and Ferguson recovering very, very quickly, and now taking Saturn and dumping him with a power slam. Back in comes Hayes. The Anarchists now utilizing quick tags. Back in the turnbuckle, now goes Saturn. Saturn collides with a back elbow now. Collar elbow tie-up. Neither one coming out with anything there. Big right hand from Angus Hayes. The Anarchists often using the rules of the ring as more of a guideline. They don't like to believe in rules. Hayes now going to put Saturn up on that top rope. This can spell doom. Shot to the face by Saturn. Saturn now in a very popular spot. Beautiful arm drag there by Saturn. Spinning Hayes across the ring. Charging clothesline. Angus Hayes playing possum there. Dodges out of the way. Once again, in comes Ferguson, the monster of this team. And Saturn to go for the ride. Mike Atura just staying out of the way. As these two, it continues to get more and more brutal each and every week. Mike just going to let these guys battle it out. Repeated shots now by Saturn. Saturn charging Irish Whip over the top rope. Goes Ferguson. He hangs on. Oh, it's Saturn there with a shot. Right back to the outside. Now they go. Mike Atura going to start the count. Trying to hoist him up. Oh, big boot to the face there by Ferguson. Leveled Saturn. And now getting us choke the life out of Saturn at ringside is Ferguson. Ferguson going to send him reeling and crash into the barricade. Ferguson now dominating this matchup. Front face lock down by Ferguson. Up to a 6 count. These guys need to get back inside the ring. Liger jumping down now. Liger gonna toss the big man in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Saturn getting all fired up. Saturn gonna toss him inside the ring. Saturn, what he likes to call beast mode, big time Michinoku driver. One of the aspects of Yamamoto Industries due to the experimental stuff he's put on him on the Thunderbolts. Lung blower. A cover down by Saturn. But somehow again Ferguson gets the shoulder up. All three of the Thunderbolts. Oh! Saturn just flat out missed. Looking for a stunner. Flat out missed. And a right hand now by the big man. Up and down goes Saturn. Liger in to help out his partner, now stomping away. Both men are down. Oliver Manning, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome. Both men now motionless. Ferguson starting to serve. Saturn trying to get back to his corner. Tag in comes Liger. The big man still in the ring. Liger charging in. Liger with the right hand now to Angus Hayes. Hayes again getting dumped on the apron. Liger reaching underneath the ring. Liger with a steel chair. Liger with his chair and a right hand. Liger saying rules be damned himself, much what the Anarchists usually do. Arm drag now on the outside. Another chair now by Liger inside the ring. Liger dumping the chair, going to the top rope. Saturn still down. Big time senton from the top of the ropes all the way to the outside. Crom Ferguson on the receiving end of a brutal move. There's still enough left in the tank to turn the tables on Saturn. Right hand again. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Ferguson down, finally diving tag. In comes Angus Hayes. Hayes with a knee strike. Delivers to Liger. Liger back to his feet. Both men now dodging repeatedly. Angus Hayes dumped on top of that steel chair by Liger. Liger lights him up. Liger now front face lock. Up he goes, suplex. Liger in a good position now. Liger now going to the outskirts. Back up on the top rope. Liger. Oh, goes for the shooting star press. Hayes again gets those knees up. That's exactly how the last time this matchup ended. Hayes did the same thing, countering that same maneuver, and now trying to wear down Liger with an overhand wrist lock. Liger fighting back. DDT. Liger with the chair. Taking a play out of the book of the Anarchist. Chair between the turnbuckles. Liger sending him into that chair. Tag, in comes the big man. Both men colliding into each other. Both men are down. Right back to the outside now. Liger again with a steel chair in hand. Mike Couture making the count. I do not recall. I do not think this is a no disqualification matchup. Liger going to set that thing down again. Ferguson making his way in. Hayes getting back to his feet. Pump kick again by Liger. Liger controlling this matchup. Brutal shot to the head. Reverse DDT. Tag back in comes Saturn, the fresh man for the Thunderbolts. Whoa, Angus Hayes playing a little possum now. Saturn saw it coming, backed away as both these guys go stagger for position. And this time Saturn is the recipient of getting dropped on top of the steel chair. Countered out by Saturn. Blast him into the turnbuckle. And a shot for Hayes. Saturn coming in a clothesline. Saturn into a blockbuster, levels the big man. We've got a cover. Saturn looking for victory. Saturn gets the pinfall. The Thunderbolts using a little bit of playbook away from the Anarchists, bringing some steel chairs into the mix. But right here, boom, that big shot. And right there, folks, that is exactly what happened the last time these two teams met. And Angus Hayes was able to capitalize on that very counter and win the match. But this time, right here, boom, that extra added momentum on that blockbuster maneuver. And Saturn able to lock down the victory for the Thunderbolts tonight on Danger Zone. Each time those two teams get at it, folks, it seems like they try to ramp it up. It seems like get a little bit more intense each and every time those four men share the ring together. And folks, word is they're going to have one more match at March 6th. And there's a big, big rumor that that may, in fact, be inside a Hell in the Cell, the monstrous structure here at XFW. We'll get more on that down the road. But again, stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we're talking about the possibility that XFW may, in fact, be on the market for sale. Now, again, folks, I don't know, again, if this is rumor. I've got my interns back here saying they have heard nothing since the early chatter today when the roster started arriving here at the arena. So we don't know, folks. We'll have more on that down the road. One other thing we're going to cover, again, folks, this happened just a few short weeks ago. Right after Crusher Carl Ellis won the #1 contenders spot, and he will challenge Brian Blaze at March 6th at our next XFW live premium event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, this is the entire reason Carl Ellis came back to professional wrestling and chose XFW for one more opportunity at Championship Glory. Now, Brian Blaze has not been happy since Ellis won this championship and attacked him backstage just like this. There's been several other attacks by Brian Blaze, but this was the most brutal, the most heinous of all these battles right here. This took Ellis out of competition that night. These repeated shots with that metal shelving took Ellis out of battle that night. Could not meet his match. He was too injured to continue. And again, folks, this is Brian Blaze's his strategy. He's going to try to hurt Carl Ellis. He's going to try to get inside his head to get that psychological advantage to take the ring general out of the match. And yet the stipulation, if we will have one, is yet to be named. We'll find out in the next couple of weeks. Brian Blaze will be in our main event action later on tonight. Right now, we're going to head down to ringside as Lincoln Marsh collides with one of XFW's biggest fan favorites, the Maniacal Glee, next on the Danger Zone. And here comes the Maniacal Glee.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
The Maniacal One making his way out.
His way to the ring from
That
Sydney, Utah,
insane
weighing
masked
at 227
grin.
pounds.
The lunacy that is the Maniacal Glee. Making his way out the ringside. You never know which version of Glee is going to show up for a wrestling match, ladies and gentlemen. It may, in fact, be the playful jester, the man who's out here to have a good time, the man who's out here to catch laughs from the audience, or it could be the unrelenting psychopath, hell-bent on just dominating his opponent and causing as much pain as possible. And sometimes, folks, it's a revolving door of bipolarism inside the ring as Glee changes his arena or his attitude time and time again. And here comes Lincoln Marsh.
Opponent from Weighing in at
Derek, thank you for the offer. We do have our arenas lined up for our next event. We haven't chosen which name we're going to use yet. We have several that we like to scroll through. But I appreciate the offer as Lincoln Marsh makes his way inside the ring. I wonder if Lincoln Marsh realizes what he's gotten himself into tonight in this matchup. But Lincoln Marsh, always so serious. You don't see much emotion out of Lincoln Marsh other than just anger in that stone cold serious face. Wow. Marsh just telling Glee, let's go already. No fear in Lincoln Marsh, and here we go. Glee gonna, oh! Glee looking like he's going for a pile driver right out the get-go, but Marsh tossing him head over heels and now a clothesline. Marsh very powerful inside the ring, now squeezing the life out of Glee. Putting all the pressure on the lungs and the ribs. Glee in trouble. Glee with an elbow shot. Glee with another one. And a clap of the ears. Frees Glee from that grip. The maniacal one. Putting Marsh going to dump him right to the over the top to the outside. Marsh not going to walk it off a little bit. Telling Glee, let's go, get back in the ring. Again, Lincoln Marsh is an all no shenanigans wrestler. And there's a hell of a lariat. Good Lord, he walked right through Glee with that one. We've got a cover. Glee instantly with a kick out. This matchup so far has been all Lincoln Marsh. Here comes Glee now, shot to the midsection. Marsh firing right back. Another shot's now across the back. This is the Lincoln Marsh we've seen time and time again. But Glee now turning the tables. Glee with a DDT. Not quite the Glee DT. Glee now in control, stomping on the arm of the big man. Glee realized that this is a no-nonsense matchup. He's got to pay attention and keep on the straight and narrow if he wants any chance of winning this matchup tonight. Scoop slam now by the maniacal one. Oh, he spoke too soon. Glee on his hands and knees down with a goofy headbutt. Here we go. Here come the shenanigans on the dance routine from the maniacal Glee. And now a snake eyes on the ropes. Glee now on the outside. Marsh gets laid out with a clothesline. Marsh shrugging off that attack from Glee. But Glee catches him with a jumping neckbreaker. Down goes Marsh. Glee has effectively turned the tables on Marsh in this matchup. Setting the big man now back inside the ropes. But Marsh is getting back to his feet relatively quickly. Clubbing blow down to the back. No, down goes the referee. But Glee connects with a leg lariat. Marsh right back up. Wild swing. Glee connects again. And a kick to the back. Glee now in control. Glee snaps him over. And Marsh gets right back up. Glee looks like he may have hurt himself. Glee collapsed onto the canvas. And a clothesline now for Marsh. And another one. Wild swing now by Glee. Marsh heats him up with a shot right across the top of the skull. Marsh now giving a thumbs down to the maniacal one and flattens him face first. Glee looking for that snapping neckbreaker we've seen him use a dozen times. And a boom! What a clubbing blow across the top of the head by Lincoln Marsh. Marsh now, gut wrench. What is this? Oh, right across the knee. Right across the knee. What momentum Marsh did with that one to the maniacal Glee. Picks him up like yesterday's trash and a fall-away slam. Glee now, you see him holding onto his lower back. Marsh now slowing down the pace. Marsh again with Glee on his shoulder. And another time. Into that gutbuster, the hellacious attack. That is brutal. Pump handle just dumps him right down. Cover by Marsh. Glee gets the shoulder up. It's one thing I'll say for Glee, ladies and gentlemen, the man can sustain ridiculous amounts of damage time after time. Marsh turns it around in the corner. Marsh now hoisting up the grinning lunatic. Glee with a kick to the face. And Glee with the shot. And again goes right back to shenanigans. Glee with a shot now across the face. Glee now starting to build momentum here. Wild swing. Glee with a spine buster. Glee with the spine buster. Marsh retreating now to the corner. Glee now in control. Oh, nice drop toe hold by Lincoln Marsh. Almost out of nowhere. Marsh again hoisting up Glee. And another time singling that rib area in midsection. Glee instantly retreating. This is a size a side of Glee I've not seen. Glee never retreats. Marsh gonna send him back inside the ring. Marsh. Uh-oh, Marsh again giving a thumbs down. He's gonna flatten him again. Marsh now dominating the maniacal one. Glee fighting back. Nice kick shot to the midsection by Glee. Marsh up and across the knee, a backbreaker. Brutal impact by Lincoln Marsh. We've got to cover down the maniacal one. Almost a 3 count. Marsh looks beside himself with disbelief. Marsh with an Irish whip. Marsh with a stomp. Good Lord. Kevin Dwayne Thomas, thank you for liking the stream. Big boot, and he stomped him right down. And somehow again Glee gets the shoulder up in utter defiance of Lincoln Marsh. And a clothesline now from Marsh. What a brutal back and forth matchup. Glee now with a handful of hair, throwing Marsh down. Justin Spokovich, thank you for liking the stream. Glee with a knee strike right to the face. Glee just leveled down Marsh. But Marsh again, fighting right back. Marsh Luthez press, right hands down the maniacal Glee. We've got a battle on our hands tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The maniacal one. Elbow drop now by Marsh. And another one. Lincoln Marsh has been targeting the torso of Glee a majority of this matchup. Marsh now on the shoulders is Glee and drops him down. Glee again going to roll to the outside, but this time stays on the apron. May not even realize where he is. Marsh going to hoist him right back inside. Big man going to the top rope. I have not seen Marsh do this yet in his career here at XFW. Matthew Baston II, thank you for liking the stream. Clubbing blow to the top of the head by Marsh. Wow. Goes for the elbow drop, nobody home. Marsh now with Glee, up over the top rope. Glee fires right back with a shot right across the jaw. Glee now back in. Both men now battling back and forth. Glee with a monkey flip. Old school monkey flip by the maniacal one. Stiff kick to the back. Glee rolls him through. Glee with the knee strike right to the face. Snapmare takeover. Oh, and a kick by Lincoln Marsh connects on to Glee. Glee with an arm drag. These two now exchanges back and forth in this matchup. And again, the kick to the face by Marsh. We've got a true battle on our hands tonight. Lincoln Marsh showing he can go with one of XFW's most sadistic battlers here at XFW. And an elbow right to the spine. Unbelievable. Marsh again giving a thumbs down to Glee. And again, dropping a maniacal, and Glee might be hurt. Glee might be hurt. The torso area from the Yamamoto Bluetooth device just went red. And again, the shoulder comes up. Glee almost seemingly impervious to pain at this point. Shot to the midsection now by Marsh. Glee with a front face lock, and again across the back. Glee now fouled, blasting him down to the canvas. Glee now working the arm, trying to stretch the big man out. Possibly trying to plan his next maneuver. Marsh with a counter, drop toe hold onto the maniacal one. Gets him up on the shoulder. Marsh, Death Valley driver. Good night, Irene, wow. And again, Glee gets the shoulder up somehow. Unbelievable. Marsh now, another body splash. Just targeting the torso of the maniacal Glee, and a third. We may have to stop this matchup. Glee may not even realize how much damage he has taken. Glee with a counter. Marsh clubbing blows across the back again. This is getting insane. This is getting a little too close for comfort. Glee fires back. How much more can either one of these guys have as they continue to brutalize each other? This isn't even our main event. Glee again, the monkey flip. Maniacal one now, stiff kick to the back again. Glee now in control. Glee with his own pump handle into a gutbuster. Glee turning the tides. Making Marsh levels him again. Glee trying to get back to his feet now. Marsh with the maniacal one. Head first down to the top turnbuckle. Marsh now delivering, and good Lord, he's picking up momentum. Glee might be out of it right then and there. Somehow gets back to his feet again. Collar and elbow tie-up. Both men shoving off to the side. Glee again working on the arm, trying to possibly buy himself some time. Marsh now kicks to the midsection. Marsh with a clothesline. Good Lord. Glee again with an Irish whip. Oh, down goes the referee. Mike Atura is down. Mike Atura is down. Right hands down from Glee. He just busted Marsh open. Down goes Marsh. Marsh may be one of the toughest sons of bitches XFW has ever seen. And a clothesline again. Marsh just stomping down to the maniacal one. Glee getting back to his feet. Marsh coming in, missing. Looked like he may have twisted his knee on that one. Glee sends him in the turnbuckle. And now Glee again with the right hands. Glee again, laying in some heavy right hands. Glee now stomping the abdomen, trying to force the air out of Marsh. Marsh rolling to the outside as Glee found a chink in the armor. And another clothesline by Marsh. You see Lincoln holding on to his abdomen, holding on to his waist after the attacks by Glee. Both these guys, see Mike Atura now yelling to get back inside the ring. Marsh with Glee, dumps him on the back of his head. Marsh again back in the corner. What's he got in store for the maniacal Glee? Here comes Marsh, and this time again that running big boot, but stomps him all the way to the ground. Lincoln Marsh with the win over Glee tonight on Danger Zone. What a brutal back and forth battle. Glee rolling again to the outside. Marsh won the match, but I don't know who got the worst of that battle. Glee looks a little surprised by that. What an outstanding back and forth battle, ladies and gentlemen. That one. We had blood, we had sweat, and I'm sure even possibly underneath that mask, we had some tears. The maniacal Glee. I have not seen him in that much of a battle in a long time. Glee usually being underestimated by his opponents oftentimes leads to Glee being victorious. And again, sometimes his shenanigans alone will get Glee a victory because people usually don't take him seriously. Glee has only held one title in XFW. It wasn't even a real title. That was the $1 billion championship brought into the company by Easy Money at one point. But folks, wow. What a battle. Lincoln Marsh showing he can go toe-to-toe with XFW's resident psychopath in the maniacal one. Unbelievable. What a turn of events. Well, up next, folks, another rivalry that has been going on involving the industry. As Josh the Coach Clemens will go up against his former tag partner, his former stablemate, none other than Rick Osborne. Now, Osborne has been out of the game for over a year as he went back to Texas to take care of his ailing father. Osborne, as far as we knew, was never coming back to XFW. He was possibly going into retirement. But a few months ago, came back to XFW and has been on an absolute fantastic road since then, which has very much upset Josh the Coach Clemens. The two met in a match. Osborne got Clemens his first ever submission loss and has since then been on an absolute rampage. The two have been on a collision course ever since and meet again tonight on the Danger Zone. And here comes Clemens now. Josh the Coach Clemens, the leader of the industry, former tag team champion, former XFW World Heavyweight Champion. Clemens won his first ever championship, World Heavyweight that is, with the sleeper hold, knocking out Showtime Shane Black in the center of the ring. Black would cash in his rematch clause a month later in a submission match set by Clemens. However, at that time, the current XFW Extreme Opportunity briefcase holder was none other than Rick Osborne. Clemens thought he had a free pass that Osborne would never cash that in. However, Osborne, who's never held the World Heavyweight Championship, cashed it in, turning it into a triple threat match, which saw Showtime Shane Black win and reclaim the World Heavyweight Championship. Since then, Clemens and Osborne have been at odds, and here comes Osborne now.
Texas, weighing in at 231 pounds, Rick Osborne.
Osborne, pound for pound, one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, making his way out to ringside. Osborne, a long time reigning United States champion here in XFW, came back to our company just for the love of the competition. He says wrestling is in his blood. It is what he does. He does nothing else in this world. And have that come back sour by Clemens as a slap in the face. And here we go. And these two have no love lost between them. And here we go as Osborne comes out swinging. There's nothing technical about that. Osborne's just pissed off. Osborne had a loss last week on XFW television to Mason Storm with the help of the coach as a drop hold by Clemens. Kick to the midsection now by Clemens, who's turned the tables now on Osborne. That was a nice shot right to the ribs. Tactical precision strike by Clemens. And now elbows across the top of the head. And another neck breaker. Watch for Clemens to target the head. Try to soften up Osborne for the sleeper hold. Meanwhile, Osborne at some point will go classic and try to target both these guys now busted open from elbows. And just as I was saying, Osborne, look for him to target the legs. Set up for the Texas Cloverleaf. Both these guys quickly turning to some of their high-profile maneuvers, and Osborne twisting on the knee of Clemens and drops the elbow across the appendage. Clemens now writhing in pain as Osborne starts to target the lower extremities. The coach now firing back. Repeat shot. Oh, look at that. A blatant chokehold now by the coach onto Osborne. And right back to it again. Clemens in the industry always saying they don't need to cheat. They do so out of fun, which is a slap in the face to the fact that they say they are the purest form of wrestling. They don't need to cheat, but they like to. Is just, folks, it's bullshit. Pardon my vernacular, it's bullshit. Irish whip now by Osborne, charging in, drop kick in the chest. Nowhere for Clemens to go. All that damage absorbed, by quick recovery by the coach, and now strutting his stuff, celebrating is Clemens. Osborne now under the ropes into a guillotine. Slingshot across that bottom rope, and now again right back in the chokehold. The coach trying to force the air out of the lungs, out of the trachea of Rick Osborne. Knife edge chop. Chops are one of the worst things in professional wrestling. Leaves a mark for days. It's such a brutal impact. Here comes the coach into the turnbuckle. Osborne now laying in elbows. Hard back elbows. Good Lord, a dozen of them. And the coach collapsing down. He might be out. He's awake enough to get the shoulder up. Both men getting back to their feet. Coach with a front face lock. Snaps him over. Nice headlock takedown by the coach. Again, going back to those tactics, but Osborne quickly rolling through and locks on his own side headlock and a snapmare. These two both are so technically sound, ladies and gentlemen, it's frightening. Osborne now looking for a pile driver. Texas pile driver. Down goes the coach. We got a cover. A kick out again by Clemens. Osborne again. Oh! Osborne again going for the leg, but Clemens with a kick to the side of the head, quickly countering it, realizing what Osborne was going for. Could have been looking for that Texas Cloverleaf. Clemens down with an Irish whip. Osborne dodges out of the way. Osborne belly to back suplex. Battle tonight on XFW between these two. Josh, the coach, Clemens down with a clothesline. Down goes Osborne. Osborne with his own wild swing. Countered, big back body drop. Spine buster now by the coach. Osborne has been leveled. Clemens now trying to soften him up. Looking for that sleeper hold. Very few people have managed to get out of that knife edge chop by Clemens. Right hand now by Osborne. Ooh, goes for a backbreaker. Clemens with a knee right to the side of the head and a running bulldog. Beautifully executed by Clemens. And again, back to the chokehold. Clemens, knife edge chop again. Side Russian leg sweep. The coach now on a roll. And a chin buster now by Osborne. Up and over, crucifix position. Shoulders are down. Coach gets the shoulder up. Brutal back and forth. These two again, no love lost between either one of them. Coach snaps him over. Coach right back in the side headlock. Working on the head of Osborne, trying to soften him up. for that sleeper hold. Osborne rolls through, side headlock. Osborne, slow, methodical neckbreaker. Drives the coach down to the canvas. Osborne now with an Irish whip. Goes for a back elbow, nobody home. Osborne connects with an elbow. Osborne wraps him up. Osborne locking the legs together, drives him down to the canvas. The knee breaker by Osborne connects. And usually, folks, you know what follows that up. Osborne now looking for it. Osborne wraps him over. Osborne now. Texas Cloverleaf is locked on. Clemens has nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Clemens able to shuffle his way out. Clemens able to get out of that. Right hand shot there by Osborne. Big right hand. Knee strike down to the face. Neckbreaker by the coach. Back and forth action tonight. Osborne catches the leg. Running bulldog now by Osborne. Both men exhausted from this matchup. Unbelievable back and forth between two damn near perfectly pound for pound outstanding technical wrestlers. Right hand now by the coach. Clemens dodging out of the way again. Osborne takes him over. Suplex. Osborne now trying to get this crowd behind him. Osborne going back to the leg, looking for the Texas Cloverleaf. Nope, just twisting again on the coach's knee. And again. With that elbow colliding onto Clemens. Osborne again, possibly looking for that double knee breaker. Driving him down 2 times with that knee cracker. Osborne goes for a high cross body, nobody home. Big right hand now by Osborne. Stalling vertical suplex. Again, Osborne. Osborne now pumping his chest a little bit. Clemens trying to crawl away, realized what Osborne was going for. Drop kick right to the jaw of the coach. Clemens in trouble. Osborne locks it on a second time. Osborne's got it locked on a second time. The coach, nowhere to go. He's got a tap. Both of these men look like they've been through a goddamn war. Both utterly exhausted. But Clemens, you see the blood pouring down from the forehead. Both men bleeding at this point. Here's a second look at that double knee cracker. The legs crossed, all his own weight coming down. Rick Osborne with the submission victory. Another insult to the industry by Rick Osborne. What an absolute clinic of a match here, ladies and gentlemen, tonight on XFW Danger Zone. Rick Osborne in an outstanding matchup tonight on XFW Danger Zone, ladies and gentlemen. What a magnificent battle between those two. And folks, it has been an outstanding night so far here on XFW television. We've got a few matches left coming your way here, but right now we're talking about rivalries here in XFW. And time again, we continue to see the Destroyer lay waste to everyone that comes across the ring from him. Now, there are a number of opponents here in XFW that have managed to beat the Destroyer. And when you beat the Destroyer by a pinfall, by submission, hell, even by countout, the Destroyer is someone that will actually give you the respect you have earned and shake your hand or give you the nod or the in-ring salute, or at least the finger point like, you got me, you were the better man tonight. But when that turns to animosity is when the opponent will spit in the face of the Destroyer, try to rub in the victory, try to insult. Kevin Dwayne Thomas says he's watching a stream on his TV, folks. Sometimes that's the best way to watch XFW. If you can get it on your phone and stream it to your TV. Thank you, Kevin Dwayne, for putting us on the big screen here at Bloodsword6 Streaming and XFW. But, folks, Lee Bischoff has just done that to the Destroyer. He attacked the Destroyer soon after losing the XFW Internet Championship. For whatever reason, turned his attention to the biggest, baddest man in XFW to take out his frustrations. And he's gotten the tables turned on the Destroyer a couple times. But at this point, it's just brutal, folks. And these two are colliding again tonight. Bischoff has been out of action with now 3 concussions at the hands of the Destroyer. But walked into the locker room today, demanded a match. From what I understand, folks, spit in the Destroyer's face in the locker room. And this matchup is the result. Folks, let's head on the ringside. This one could be the bloodiest match tonight. And here comes Bischoff. This man has no quit in his vocabulary. He keeps coming like an out-of-control freight train. Even though he's been derailed a number of times, refuses to give in, refuses to stay down, and just continues to come at the Destroyer time and time again. And just coming off the injured reserve list after his 3rd concussion. At some point, you've got to take a step back and look at your career and wonder if it's worth it. To wonder if it's keeping this rivalry going, if it matters to you that much. But Lee Bischoff again seems unrelentlessly frustrated on the former World Heavyweight Champion, and here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. The most respected and feared man in the XFW locker room, the Destroyer. A 7-time World Heavyweight Champion.
From Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 321 pounds, the Destroyer.
A man who lives and breathes this industry. Who believes in the respect earned and given inside the ropes. He lives by the code of that. If you beat him fair and square, he will nod his head and walk away, accepting the loss, accepting defeat. It's when he's shown disrespect, you unleash hell like no one has ever seen. And at this point, Lee Bischoff has suffered this fury a number of times and will feel it again tonight, I'm sure. And here we go, here we come, and Destroyer coming out of the gate, but Bischoff with a quick counter. Bischoff now clubbing away on the Destroyer. And quick stomps now, Bischoff already targeting that surgically repaired knee of the Destroyer. And now again, those big meat hooks coming across the back. And now a knee to the kidney by Bischoff. Bischoff now wraps him up the Destroyer, kicked in the midsection. And a clothesline now from the former champion. And a clothesline. Destroyer going to hang onto the arm, rip him back up, and deliver a 3rd one. The crowd counting along with it as the Destroyer lays out Bischoff. Bischoff slow to get back to his feet. He may still be feeling the effects of those concussions he suffered at the hands of the Destroyer. Destroyer now with him and drops him down. Good Lord. But Bischoff again back to his feet. This is the resiliency. This is what I talk about Bischoff, how tough this man is. He continues to keep coming. He has no quit. He has no stop. And the Destroyer with a DDT, and outside the ring now goes Bischoff. Bischoff right back in at the big man and a big boot. Bischoff turned inside out. Destroyer, no, again the knee strike, targeting the head of Bischoff. Bischoff with a counter, now kicks the Destroyer. Destroyer back to his feet, and again the DDT. Good Lord. The Destroyer already giving a thumb across the throat saying he's done. Bischoff has a very little to no offense in this matchup. Destroyer looking to send him for the ride. Bischoff with a chop to the head. And now again, the forearms across the back. And again, the right hand by the Destroyer. Now Destroyer with hands. Bischoff firing back. And another DDT. Bischoff again, repeatedly. The Destroyer targeting the head of Bischoff as these two continue to lay waste to each other. Scoop slam now by the Destroyer. Bischoff again trying to get any remnants of offense. The Destroyer just keeps cutting him off. And now elbow drop after elbow drop to Bischoff. The big man just shutting him down. Uh-oh, Destroyer again going to try a second time. And this time Bischoff goes for the ride. Destroyer now eyeing him up, trying to check to see if he's had enough. Cover now on Bischoff too. But he gets the shoulder up. And again, folks, I said this earlier. At what point, and again a counter by the Destroyer. At what point do you say enough's enough and you stay down? As the Destroyer just lands a clothesline. Right hand now by the Destroyer. Destroyer now up and down. What a shot there by the Destroyer. Lands. Good Lord, he lit him up with that. We've got a cover now. But Bischoff again gets the shoulder up. Omega driver. Bischoff getting back to his feet. Wild swing. Bischoff doesn't even know where the hell he's at. Bischoff now up and over the shoulder. Bischoff, goes for a leg strike. Destroyer again with a counter. Irish whip. Bischoff shoving the big man away. Rolling now underneath the ring. The Destroyer, though, in hot pursuit. Elbow shot to the face. And a big right hand by Bischoff. Or by the Destroyer, I should say. Destroyer now sending him across the way. Again, I knew this one was going to get bloody. Knew this one was going to get violent. Bischoff sending the steel steps. Destroyer now staring at the carnage he's created in this matchup. Referee up to a 5 count. Bischoff now finally starting to stir. Bischoff crawling on his hands and knees. Up to a 7 count. Bischoff back in. Destroyer, Bischoff going right back to the outside. Bischoff going underneath the ring. Bischoff with a steel chair. Destroyer now trying to, the shot to the back. Bischoff lands a shot on the referee. Are you kidding me? And attacks Mike Atura. And now a shot to the Destroyer. And another one. Bischoff's lost his damn mind. Bischoff. Holy hell. Bischoff lost his damn mind, goes absolutely batshit crazy, lays out Mike Atura with a steel chair, turns a chair on the Destroyer. Holy cow. The Destroyer dominated that entire matchup. Bischoff resorting to getting himself automatically disqualified by using that steel chair, hitting the referee, hitting the Destroyer. Again, folks, this is what I talk about. Lee Bischoff has lost all sanity inside the square ring. His fixation on the Destroyer has become very, very unhealthy, and something needs to be done. Bischoff may need to take a sabbatical. He may need to see a damn therapist at this point. His rage is off the charts, and his focus is only going to get him hurt. And again, you saw he's still not up to par. He is not 100%. That is not the Bischoff we've seen. The hungriness, the animalistic intensity we've seen from Bischoff in the past, that was not it. The Destroyer was cutting through him like a hot knife through butter until that steel chair came into play. But folks, moving on, our main event is mere seconds away. Mark Collins with an opportunity he has not seen in a long, long time. Any type of victory tonight over Brian Blaze could land him a number one contendership spot and could give him a matchup to whoever walks out of March 6th match here on Bloodsword6 Streaming XFW with an opportunity to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. But Brian Blaze looking to carry the momentum match after match into his championship title match with the ring veteran, the Crusher, Carl Ellis. But tonight, these two will collide in our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, let's head to the ringside. Collins, Blaze, next. And here comes Collins again, folks, the only man in XFW history to hold two titles at the same time. The XFW United States and Internet Championships both around that man's waist at one time.
The following contest is scheduled for...
And now tonight, with a plausible opportunity to line himself up for wind up with a championship opportunity for the World Heavyweight title. Collins is ever the opportunist. He will look for any opening, any window he can get tonight with a victory over Brian Blaze. But Brian Blaze himself, the psychological killer, if you will try to get inside the head of Collins to get that advantage. Brian Blaze will also have a size and strength advantage as Collins is a much smaller competitor. But Collins has the experience he needs to carry him through this match. And here comes the World Heavyweight Champion, Brian Blaze.
Weighing in at 241 pounds, one half of the Brian Blaze.
The most hated man in all of professional wrestling, Brian Blaze. I am both curious and terrified to know the thoughts that go inside the head of the World Heavyweight Champion. As this man has gone on record saying when he upsets the audience, when he makes them feel lesser, it raises his self-esteem when they boo him, knowing that he's got underneath their skin. Knowing that you upset another human being, raising your self-worth is something I can only imagine is a psychologist's dream to understand. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our main event underway, and Collins taking an early lead. And Collins going right to the eyes. Collins taking a play out of Blaze's book, but the champion quick to make a turnaround. Collins down with a kick to the abdomen. Collins up and over, crucifix driver. Didn't go for the pin, just looking for the impact as Collins looking at as much damage early on as he can. Collins is a much quicker opponent than Brian Blaze has dealt with in the past. Blaze usually finds himself in the ring with heavyweights and super heavyweights. But look for him to take this match to a much slower pace if possible. Blaze dodging out of the way there. Blaze now hoisting him up. And all the way down goes Collins. And that's what we're talking about looking there, folks. Blaze will be looking to keep Collins off his feet. And there's a shot right across the top of the head. And Blaze with a two-finger salute to the audience. The side headlock takedown now by Blaze as he wrenches on the skull of Mark Collins. Collins shakes him off. Blaze right back on the assault. Looking to keep Collins down, keep him off his feet. Keep him using that high-impact maneuvers, his high-velocity shots. There's a shot to the back of the head and a knee strike by Blaze. Brian Blaze is a relentless opponent inside the ring. And this is the pace he's going to want to keep. He's going to keep Collins down. Keep him guessing. Keep the pain stringing out. But Collins now looking for that opportunity, looking for that window. Here we go, Collins clapping the ears. And now Blaze with a suplex. Dumped on the back of his skull. Collins will look to quicken the pace of this matchup, to keep Brian Blaze off his track, to keep the momentum flowing. Force Brian Blaze to use the endurance to wear him out. Blaze counters the drop kick and turns into a backbreaker. Collins quickly slapped the hands away. Blaze finds a retort. Blaze now scoop slam, and Collins using again that quickness over the top, goes to the arm. But Blaze with the right hand. Scoop slam. And the knee right to the top of the skull. Classic Brian Blaze. And another one. Collins wrenching onto his head in pain. Blaze with a small package. Wow, Blaze with a small package, but couldn't get it wrenched on. Can't remember the last time I saw Brian Blaze use a technical move like that. And a knife edge chop. And there is what we're used to seeing, Blaze with the psychological warfare. And then right to a blatant choke. Brian Blaze is such human garbage. Collins with an elbow shot to the top of the skull, breaks the hold. But Blaze right back on the assault. Collins turns things around in the corner again. Collins now mounting the ropes and shots right to the temple of Brian Blaze. The audience counting along. 7, 8, 9, 10, one for good measure. And Blaze collapsing down on the canvas. Collins now doing great. Whoop. Blaze with a counter again. Blaze now, Irish whip over the top. Collins holds on. And Blaze with a right hand to help Collins that much more down to the outside arena floor. Collins now, the count on. Mike Katura up to a 2 count. Blaze pacing back and forth. Oh, Blaze to the outside now. Blaze with a neck breaker on the concrete floor outside. Brian Blaze, spine buster on the outside. Good Lord. Collins just got lit up. Are you kidding me? Collins quickly shoving Blaze back in. Desperation shot. But how much damage was done? Missing the drop kick there by Collins. Collins with a front face lock. Collins with a sidewalk slam. Collins trying to get back into this matchup now. Blaze with a counter and a close on it again. Over the top rope goes Mark Collins. Blaze now celebrating again as Collins lays motionless on the outside. Brian Blaze looked like he just took the top turnbuckle off. That ring is exposed. Collins chest first into that steel turnbuckle. Blaze with a cover now. But Collins to the left in the tank to get the shoulder up. Blaze hoists him up. Stalling vertical suplex. And again the knee right to the top of the skull. And Blaze again back to the chokehold. Collins in trouble. Collins down with a counter up on the top rope goes Blaze. Now he's hanging on for dear life. And Collins going to help him to the outside. And now Collins trying to get this crowd behind him. Trying to get the blood flowing. The adrenaline pumping through his veins. Right hands down by Collins. Collins going to put him on the shoulders. Collins. Flapjack. Down goes Blaze. Blaze with a wind-up. Mike Couture going to put that turnbuckle back in place, but Collins going to get his chest blasted. Onto the apron. Mike Couture going to check on him now. Make sure he's good to go. Blaze now putting Collins in the turnbuckle. The World Heavyweight Champion looking to carry this momentum into March 6th. Both men now on the top rope. Blaze with Collins. Avalanche sidewalk slam by the World Heavyweight Champion. Blaze comes crashing down. All that impact onto Collins. And now the ground and pound. Laying in heavy shots. Blaze now on that middle rope. Again, the champion keeping a slow, methodical pace on Collins. And a clubbing blow to the top of the skull. Collins now staggering. Brian Blaze, again, the methodical pace. And a knee strike again. Collins in trouble now as Blaze continues this onslaught. And a right hand by Collins. Repeated shots now, trying to keep Blaze off. And an elbow shot to the face. Collins now in the driver's seat, looking for an opportunity. He's going all the way to the top rope. Collins off the top, blow, buddy, home. Blaze able to get out of the way. Blaze, double underhook. Collins, beautiful counter, takes him up and over. But Brian Blaze back to his feet. Blaze with a shot. Collins right back into his face. Unbelievable. Mark Collins now taking it to the champion. Collins now Irish whip. Blaze in trouble. Collins, oh, and now takes the eyes across the top rope. Come on. And a clothesline. Levels out Collins' hard impact by the World Heavyweight Champion. We've got a cover. What a kick out again by Collins. Blaze looks a little frustrated. I don't think he thought Collins was going to give him this much of a challenge tonight. But Collins is proving he's got what it takes, and there's a knee strike again. Collins is showing he's got what it takes to go toe-to-toe with the champion. Collins now blocking the suplex, and delivers one of his own. Blaze again rolling to the outside, avoiding a pin attempt by Collins. Blaze, single arm DDT now on the outside. Every time Collins gets back in the driver's seat, Brian Blaze has an answer for something. Oh, and blasts him into the barricade. Referee is up to a 4 count. Blaze sent into the steel ring post. Blaze sent into the post. And a second time, and now Blaze is busted open. Up to a 7 count. Collins needs to get back inside. He can let the count out happen. Blaze turns the tables. Collins spent too much time relaxing. Collins dodging out of the way. Collins with the Bulldog. Collins with an open window, with an opportunity now. Ryan Evans on YouTube, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Collins now in a good position. Blaze with a counter. Blaze with a kick in the midsection. Irish whip off the rope. Blaze, big time back body drop. Brian Blaze again turning the tables on Collins. Collins can barely get to his own feet. Blaze now, double underhook, looking for it again. This time it hits. Double underhook DDT. We've got a cover on Collins. And he defies Brian Blaze. Blaze. Collins gets the shoulders up somehow. Kick to the face now by Collins. Dodges out of the way. Blaze back to his feet. Collins again. Turns the tables, drives him down to the canvas. Brutal back and forth. Collins now. Hoist him up. Up and over again goes Blaze. Collins with an opportunity. Kick to the midsection. Collins has it locked. Rip cord cutter. Brian Blaze may be down. Collins with a cover. 2. Blaze gets the shoulder up. Collins thought that was it. Somehow Brian Blaze managed to get the shoulder up. And Collins with an elbow. Unbelievable back and forth in this matchup. Blaze back to his feet and a takedown. Where the hell did that come from? Blaze gonna hook him up again. Blaze, there a second time. Blaze's textbook DDT. Holy hell. Holy cow. Chad Schrader, thank you for liking the stream. Somehow Mark Collins again continues to defy this young man with an opportunity at Glory tonight. Right hand now by Blaze. Blaze sends him into the corner. Blaze takes him over Dragon Suplex. Elbow drop to the spine now by Blaze. Stomping away now as the champion. Collins now rolls to the outside. Blaze with the knee strike catches him right underneath the jaw. Blaze spins him around. Blaze with the spine buster. Good Lord, that was explosive. We've got a cover. Blaze. What a closely contested battle that was. Collins didn't win the match, but he showed us everything he takes to go against the champion. Blaze with a signature spine buster gets the victory, but Collins, unbelievable. Prime of the Hood 72, thank you for becoming a fan of XFW. Holy cow, what a matchup with the World Heavyweight Champion victorious tonight on Danger Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow night for XFW Saturday Night Showdown. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the stars, the cheers on Twitch. We'll see you next time on XFW.